Hello and welcome back to another episode of my F1 My Team Career Mode. Today you join me for the Mexican Grand Prix. This should be the American Grand Prix, but I definitely didn't forget to press start recording on OBS. I definitely didn't, I promise you. Yeah, that was not good. It wasn't a great race. I think I came like P14 or P13. I spun at turn 1 and just couldn't really make back any positions. Without further ado, let's just get straight into qualifying. My main goal here is to finish, always. Would love to finish. Yeah, I'm just hoping for a decent result. You know, top 10 would be nice. We'll see how qualifying goes. A lot of people have been taking engine penalties. So again, we'll probably get bumped up 1 or 2 places like we have done the past couple of races. But going round now through the stadium section for the first time. It's a difficult section to master, but a very nice section to drive, especially at the end of the races. A little bit slippery there around the final bend. Struggling as always, but we're just going to try and go for a decent lap and just see how it goes. But as we round off the final corner now, we come P2. That is insane. That's obviously going to get me bumped down by quite a lot though.
Welcome along to the most popular city in North America and home now to the Mexico City Grand Prix. It's a sellout crowd as usual here at one of the shortest circuits on the Formula One calendar. So who, I wonder, will the crowd cheer on today to the top step of the podium? At 2,285 metres above sea level, the thin air of the Autodromo Hermanos Rodriguez poses a unique challenge, not just to a driver's skill, but to the efficiency of their engines as well. 17 corners make up a lap of this 2.6-mile circuit, and you can expect incredible speeds in excess of 220 miles per hour, and overtaking too into the hard braking zones of turns 1 and turn 4. And as always, a man with plenty of racing experience joins me in the commentary box. Today it's Anthony Davidson. Tell me, Ant, you're no stranger to surviving the melee of turn 1. So how do you keep out of trouble when there's so much going on around you?
There are 3 main things to worry about there, Crofty: positioning, awareness and discipline. First, you have to put your car in a bit of space and make sure you have room to react to what the others are doing. Then you have to watch your mirrors and listen to the sounds around you to get a sense of where everyone is. And finally, just don't get too greedy. Just because a gap exists doesn't always mean you should go for it.
With the race minutes away from starting, here's what today's grid rundown looks like. Daniel Ricciardo starts from pole position today, edging out Sergio Perez, who lines up P2. Considering the rest of the grid, we have Verstappen, Fernando Alonso, Valtteri Bottas and Stroll, Raikkonen, Hamilton. They'll be starting further back after an earlier grid penalty. Reed and Carlos Sainz. Russell, Leclerc, they've taken a grid penalty. Nicholas Latifi and Gasly, Vettel, Mazepin, Yuki Tsunoda and Mick Schumacher. Giovinazzi, they'll be starting further back after an earlier grid penalty. Ocon, Aitken and Lando Norris starts from the back of the grid. It's almost time for the lights to go out, so let's head down to the track and get this Grand Prix underway.
We've actually been bumped up to P9, which is rather nice. We're going to go for a 2-stopper, medium to soft to soft. Everyone else is probably going to go softs to begin with, but if we go softs at the end, we can pull back some decent times and just hope for the best. But without further ado, to 5 red lights. Lights out and away we go for the Mexican Grand Prix. We get a decent start. Hamilton doesn't. Raikkonen gets a somewhat decent start. ERS is deployed. We're going to go for a move on the outside if we can. Hamilton right up our rear. He's going to our left, round the inside of Raikkonen. Little dive down into turn 1. Alonso and Stroll ahead. We get a little bit of contact with Raikkonen there. He hits our front left, which isn't something you want to happen. But as we go through into the first full straight, a little bit of lag there. We go for a dive bomb down 3 people. Alonso, Stroll and Perez. We go wide out of that, but that's completely fine. A 3-person dive bomb is a thing of dreams. Up into P4 from P9, 5 places within the first half of a lap. I forgot to mention as well, Bottas, if he wins this race, Bottas wins the World Drivers' Championship. So, bear that in mind. But Bottas and Verstappen fighting up ahead into Stadium. Verstappen can't make the move set, can't keep him back. We spin a little bit. Ooh, don't like that. Yeah, the car's still really slippery. I need to get my aero slipping again. Verstappen goes into the pit, so does Perez. Both of the Red Bulls are going in for a pit. Front wing changes, I'm assuming. But we are up already, lap 2, into the podium positions as Alonso comes hurtling down the straight. Up our inside. Gets the move. We go for a switchback and absolutely butter that. Smooth as hell. Stroll now, lap 4. He's going to get past us. There's nothing we can do about that, really. But now we have DRS on him at the end of the lap. Going a little bit wide, going a bit out the track, wide again. But we make the move, we get past him. These are the things, is they all have good turning speed, like cornering speed. But we have such good engine power down the straights that we can just easily catch them back up. Yellow flag. What's happened there? Stroll's falling back. Stroll's out of the session. He's absolutely spun himself into the side of a wall. That's interesting. Well, safety car's out. We're not going to pit because there's no need to be a waste. Raikkonen gets a 5-second time penalty. Carlos Sainz is out of the session. What's happened with that one? Sainz has absolutely hurtled into the back of Stroll. Oh my. You go wide there. Max Verstappen is now out of the race. Kimi's still with that 5-second penalty. What's happened to Max? Is he catching up to the safety car? What has he passed it? He's rammed into the back of it. Of course he has.
Okay, clear.
But we're green again. I've skipped a lot there. Catching up to Bottas at the end of the straight. Go for a dive down the inside. Go wide, no contact. Hamilton goes for a dive down the outside. We manage to keep him back. We go wide again. But we managed to keep him behind. On the mediums as well. Hamilton and Ricciardo are fighting each other back and forth, back and forth. They have been for some time now. They all want that win. There was a yellow flag. I don't know what's happened there. Lap 9 yellow flag. Off the back of a safety car. What? I'm trying to see. The Kimi Raikkonen is out of the session.
They've got a serious car issue. It looks like
Safety car is out again. This is a second safety car in 9 laps with 4 DNFs. Jeff's suggesting a new strategy: medium to softs, pit for mediums now. I'm down for that. Might as well use the safety car to its advantage. So getting ready now. We're gonna pit on lap 9 for a fresh set of mediums. Most other people except from Ricciardo will probably also come in. Ricciardo's already pit once. He pit on lap 7 or 8, was it? Or did he pit? He pit under the first safety car. That's what he did. Yeah, he pit under the first safety car. Alright. Medium to medium. 2.9 second pit stop. Not great, but it doesn't seem like anyone else had any huge success with that. Anyways, out now to catch the safety car. Safety car in now. We're behind Aitken, our teammate P3. That's unfortunately probably not going to stick for too long. We're getting ready to go. We're speeding up. Green flag, sorry. Drag racing Aitken down the main straight. Now we can just going to see who's going to be brave enough into turn 1 to brake a little bit later. And that's going to be me. Catching up to Alonso now on lap 14. DRS has been enabled to skip quite a lot because nothing was really happening. It was just me and Alonso trying to catch up to each other. We go for a move on the outside of Alonso. Very nice. Just swish it round. Hamilton pits now, lap 21. So we take the lead of the Mexican Grand Prix. Lewis Hamilton catching up now on lap 24. Our tyres have been deteriorating more and more and more, and now I believe we're pitting next lap, lap 25. We're going to try and hold Hamilton behind us for as long as possible, because I don't know why. I just kind of want Bottas to win the championship. I'm not going to do anything dodgy. I'm not going to like crash Hamilton out or anything. But if I hold him up a little bit, Norris could possibly catch up and overtake him when I go in. But here we go. Lap 25, we're going to pit for softs. Hamilton just slipped himself round on the straight. There's nothing we can really do to fight that. He's obviously got the better power. But here we go. Into the pits, lap 25. Norris is 8 seconds behind, Ricciardo is 12. We're going to come out P6 or 7, I'm assuming. As we go into the box, we had wing damage. When was I going to be told about this? Apparently we've had wing damage. An 8.9, a 9-second pit stop coming out into P7. Probably going to be very close to Alonso and Tsunoda.
Stop. No more scheduled pit stops.
As they come flying down the left-hand side, battling each other already, coming into action. And we're now going to have to try and get past these lot. But we do have the soft tyres, and the softs against hard is shown really close, really clearly here. As we just try and make the lunge on Alonso, we get it through. We got a little bit wide, but we didn't break any track limits. One wheel was always on. And now Tsunoda down the main straight. We have DRS. We're going to get past him before DRS almost. And the DRS is just going to send us flying. The push for Bottas is on. We are now 3 seconds behind him on lap 30. They're going to skip ahead to when we are 0.7 seconds behind. And we're behind Leclerc. Bottas managed to get past, which is good for him with the championship. We have DRS on Leclerc now. We're going to go into the stadium section. Got a little bit wide. No warning or anything because we didn't gain an advantage. Into the stadium section, or in the stadium section now. Closing in on the Ferrari of Charles Leclerc. We should get DRS down this straight. We do indeed. He also gets DRS from Bottas, but we're gonna get past him. Mexico is one of those weird circuits with weird DRS stuff, because I think I will now have DRS into the next section as well, but from the other DRS detection zone. It's really odd. Right, Bottas now on the hards. Softs versus hards. DRS versus no DRS. It's a pretty clear winner here. Oh, you know what? He almost outbrakes us, but we get through, sliding a little bit, but we're alive. We're through. Lap 34 now, Ricciardo. Mazepin is getting lapped by him. We're going to have to try and lap Mazepin. And that's a bit scary. Go round him there, trying not to lose any speed. He's actually given us DRS. That's really useful. For once in your life, Mazepin, you've helped me out. Thank you. Anyways now, lap 36, out of 36, final lap. We have DRS from Ricciardo. We're going to drag race him down to turn 1. Just about managing to get past. But he outbrakes us. We got a little bit wide, almost contact there. Going wide again. Oh, no, not even wide. I don't know what the opposite of wide is. Thin. Going thin there. That doesn't make any sense. DRS now. On Ricciardo. Battling it out lap 36. A final lap battle. We make it past to get into P2. As we come through now, Ricciardo is behind. He shouldn't be able to catch up enough on those hards to get back past, even with DRS. We have enough DRS to keep us in front. Lewis Hamilton is the race winner of the Mexican GP. He closes in on his teammate and rival for the championship, Valtteri Bottas. as we go through the stadium section. Fireworks are going off. Gotta love that part of this track. Almost tapping the wall as we round the final bend into P2.
Well done, good finish. You stepped up and achieved what we asked. Good job.
Not only are we back on the podium, Mercedes have now won the World Constructors' Championship. And now the only thing left to decide is the drivers.
As well. What a spectacular season they've had. Congratulations to the whole team. Talk to me, Ants. What was it that set them apart from the competition today?
Well, I think it was clear what the main contributing factor out on the track was today: speed. I know it sounds like an obvious thing to say, Crofty, but fast cars win races, and we saw that today with our winner.
Mercedes are on top form once again after an excellent race weekend. It's great to see them up on that podium once again. And now let's take a look at the driver's standings. Our championship leader is still sat at the top of the standings, but their rivals have made up some solid ground today. Some amazing talent out on the track today. But Anthony, who would you pick as your driver of the day?
I think for driver of the day, I'd probably pick Lando Norris. He lived up to every inch of his reputation today, and I think he'll be going home, quite rightly, a bit proud of himself.
Nothing can challenge the leaders of the Constructors' Championship at this point. But it's another clear win for Mercedes as they managed to secure the Constructors' title. An incredible performance for the whole team. There was also a strong showing from the McLaren team today as they make their way up the standings. It's been an absolutely wild weekend of Formula One action. I can't wait to see what's next.
Thank you for joining me for this one. I hope to see you in the next one. Really happy with that result. We've boosted our lead on AlphaTauri by quite a bit. I think we're now like P8 in the Constructors as well. McLaren take P3 in the Constructors and Alpine take P7 from Aston Martin. This is actually a pretty close representation to real life. But we're P8 now in that Constructors' Championship. Drivers' Championship. But anyways, I hope to see you in the next one for the Brazilian Grand Prix.